Hi, Michelle. You're the first one in. Nellie, hello. Letting everybody get joined in. I actually am running an unprecedented ahead of schedule today. I don't know what to do with myself. Hey. Hello, hello. Hiya. Yeah, I was watching the spray polish too. I just got done. But I had to tag you in it. So, hello, hello, hello. Come in, come in. Well, everybody's getting joined in. So, I'm actually a little early today by 4 minutes. Just got off work. Perfect timing. Nice, nice. Hello. Inviting followers is awesome. Thank you. Always appreciate that. So, hi, everybody. It is March 22nd, Nails Over Coffee. And I'm the hostess with the mostest, who's not a blogger hater, Michelle Pugh. And this is my cup today. Hello. Good evening where you are. So today we have the Disneyland 60th anniversary Starbucks cup. This is another cup that was on loan from the Garland family until they could get me some more from the park where they're at right now. So this is the last time you'll see this cup. Sad face. It's going back to the Garland family. It'll be replaced with a different, England love a Starbucks, right? This is just a Starbucks cup. It's rocking some French roast with coconut creamer in it. Oh, I love cup fan mail. It makes me so happy. My clients have brought me some, and like I said, the Garlands are shopping for cups for me right now in the park. So, and I love Disney cups. So absolutely. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. For those of you who did not catch yesterday's show, I have decided that since apparently I looked like I was homeless anyway when I was broadcasting, that I would give up on my sorry attempts at, at applying makeup just for you guys. So on days where it's my office days or my day off, you get this, which is tinted moisturizer and lip balm. This is 42 right here. We're embracing it. So I did straighten my hair though, so I looked slightly less homeless. So yeah, I know, right? Whatever. Just rolls right on off. Yeah, see, do what I want. You know what? That's actually been up to you guys. That's what I told everybody was my viewers didn't care what I looked like anyway. Ooh, white chocolate raspberry creamer is good. So since my viewers are really what I care about, as long as my viewers don't care what I look like, it was proposed that I could, since it's Nails Over Coffee, I could do it in my jammies, and you guys probably wouldn't even care about that. But, you know, this goes on like YouTube forever, so I'll stay out of the jammies. But no, I still haven't ironed the backdrop. Yeah, it's finally, oh my gosh, last week was such craziness that we love seeing you can do what you want. You guys are sweet. So now, like moving forward after today, I'm finally caught back up to a point that I can start working on some of the other things I was working on again and get some other office work type stuff done. And my daughter is research certified through her psychology thing, and I've taken marketing research. So we're actually working on putting together a survey that nail techs can fill out that's going to kind of help get a little more feedback on everything that's gone on in the last couple months and what we want to see going forward in the industry. So we're working on that survey right now. So thank you for inviting followers. So look for that to be coming out as soon as she got graduated from college. So now we have time to do it. And now that this whole other stuff's over, now I can get back to work as usual. And the other things I'm looking up, I have some appointment times to talk to some of the different online booking services and some bookkeeping services to try and put together what the benefits are of the different online booking tools and accounting tools and stuff for us indie people. So I'm working on that still. I'm still working on a list of pro-only companies, just lots of things. I've got my own other consulting work stuff I'm doing. So I'm working on it. I can finally get back to normal life. So on that note, talking about, this was an interesting, question brought up by Geneva Holcomb in Nail Tips for Nail Techs. I thought this was really interesting. Listening to NTR from Sunday night, Athena brought up a question of, do you use pro nail products only? And I had commented to her that I do. I don't use any craft store glitter. I don't use Sharpies. I don't use craft store alcohol inks or any of that kind of stuff. Not that I think they're unsafe or bad or any of that kind of stuff. It's just, for the way I have my business model, I think it's a lot like using Sally Hansen nail polish. It's just one of those things that I'd rather find the same color in a professional only fashion than have a bunch of Martha Stewart glitters sitting at my table. So that's just my opinion. And that's the thing though, loving the Sharpie art is the, is a good point. I learned from Tanya Sisson with CND, a way to get that same effect using additives, and alcohol and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, we were talking about this the other day. I was talking about it maybe with Michelle, I'm not sure. Or maybe it was Athena, where somebody would bring out a cosmetic grade Sharpie, which is really interesting because hospitals just use a regular Sharpie when they write on, you know, your leg, not this one. For surgery and stuff like that, they just use regular Sharpies. So yeah, I mean, if we could, it doesn't even necessarily need to be a cosmetic grade Sharpie, really. I suppose that if we just had something that was a permanent marker that was like a Sharpie, that was packaged and presented more like a pro only pen, that maybe that would be something. So manufacturers, nail art stuff companies, if you're out there listening, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about something like that. So what if you guys are pro only? Like Crystal Nails One Move paints. Yeah, I mean, there's we have so many options now with paints and additives and you know, yeah, only acrylic but aimed at nails. Exactly. You know, we have so many options now. I'd never used items my clients would try to do themselves because they would mess with my work, right? Totally. How hasn't a nail product company jumped on this yet, like Cena Pro? Well, Wildflowers has all kinds of paints and nail art. I wasn't educated with a lot of stuff like acrylic paints. Lauren Wireman explained. Pro only here. We have to have standards, right? Yeah. I think that, well, honestly, Elaine Watson was the designer of the Cena Pro line, and now that she's not with Star anymore, not really sure what direction that line's going to go now. So, my clients love that I am bang on trend, with what they see online and come to me for that reason. Still setting up, but everything I have is pro only. Yeah. See, I think that part of like when we were talking about New York Fashion Week runway stuff, and it's our job to take runway wear to streetwear when it comes to nails, I sort of feel like it's kind of my job to take whatever the client has seen somewhere else. And right, you wouldn't go to a hairdresser and expect them to use a box hair color. Right. So they bring stuff to me and it's my job to say, well, I can do it this way. Like, for example, I don't do water marbling. I don't do water marbling. If my clients want to do water marbling on their toes or whatever, if they want to do water marbling on their daughters or whatever, if they want to do water marbling, more power to them. But I'm not going to do it. It's a waste of product. It's a waste of time. If I'm charging for my time, they're gonna have to, you know, so I do it with gel polish and swirl it with a dotting tool and that kind of stuff. And they're fine with that. So, you know, I mean, that's the same kind of concept though. Stuff that I can't do. I tried a lot. You can't take furry nails to everyday nails. Well, I don't know, Mare, that's not entirely true because we do have the, we talked about it one day, the fluffy, it looks like an like a pigment, but it's fluffy. You know, and it has a name. It's like flocking powder. That's it. Thank you, Shelly. It must have been you and I who were talking about it. Thank you. See, you guys all could come up with that. I was tongue-tied. Flocking powder. So yeah, it makes it flicking, right? So yeah, it makes it kind of, and it would be something fun to do if you were doing somebody's nails for a particular event. That would be something really fun to do in conjunction with a traditional polish manicure. Somebody who's coming to you, who's going to have their nails done, but they're not planning on wearing it beyond, they just don't polish for crap for themselves, which we'll talk about spray polish here in a minute. But, so they're coming to you for a manicure, but it's for an event tomorrow, and they're going to take their polish off on Sunday anyway, so they don't care, but they want something with texture. So you could use flocking powder for something like that, and that would be interesting. What about when you wash your hands, but not fur? You can't keep those clean. Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things that however impractical it may be, there's always going to be a market for it. So, you know, I have hot pink flocking powder. I got it from some swag bag somewhere. And instead of giving it away, I kept it and I threw it in with the rest of my glitters and stuff. And, you know, so, you know, just thoughts. I mean, some stuff's impractical, but yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If they're paying for it, whatever. Oh gosh, those aquarium tank nails. Right. I mean, yeah, it doesn't wash off. It's cured into a layer of gel polish for the flocking powder. Yeah, I mean, within reason, I'm going to do what the client asks for, you know, within reason. You know, I may give them a warning that, hey, I don't know this is going to last like what you want. But so on that note, I want to talk a little bit about creatives, creative play. My clients love fluffy nails. They're always good at getting it in the gel polish, right? Don't we all know that? Wintertime sweaters and fleece and gel polish application. Check that fuzzy stuff at the door. Don't bring it to my table. So I want to talk a little bit about CND Creative Play, because for those of us who are old school, we remember before Vinylux, before all of the hullabaloo of different shellac stuff and everything, we remember the Color and Effects line, which was by CND, and it was a traditional lacquer, and there was a gazillion colors, and then there was like, I don't know how many it was, 12 or whatever, different effects, and you could layer them over the colors in different combinations over different colors to get different effects. And it was artistically a really fun line. And I feel a lot like that's what creative play is meant for. And so I thought Jan summed it up really well on Nail Talk Radio when she talked about the fact of still use those, layer the effects on the Vinylux sometimes. Absolutely. So my thought on this was I totally agree with CND and with Jan now that I know the reasoning for the creative play line. She said that she felt like it that it completed the portfolio because you still have some of the original CND polishes. Does that date me? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Sorry. It does. The fact that I remember the old CND polishes dates me too. I just gave away all of my old stuff to kids, teenagers, sisters, whatever. So, still have the OPI Elvis collection. Oh my gosh, Brenda. Okay, so I know we've all got some. So moving on, I like the point that Jan made about the fact of shellac is 2 to 3 week wear. I was very impressed to hear Jan actually say 2 to 3 week wear, not 14-day plus wear, because that shows a shift in the thinking of the use and wear of gel polish as we've gotten more experience with shellac. So that was kind of a cool statement, just a little statement, but cool. And then Vinylux is meant to be a weekly wear polish, right? That's meant for your weekly manicure client. But what about your color diva client? The one who she doesn't mind polishing her nails at home. In fact, she comes to you for a manicure every 2 or 3 weeks or maybe once a month, but she's going to polish her nails like a dozen times in between when she sees you. Creative play is meant for that customer, the customer who's going to wear their polish for a few days, and whether it's chipping or not, they're going to get sick of it, they're going to take it off, and they're going to put a new color on. Because that, much like I loved retailing the color and effects line, is somebody can buy 2 colors and 2 effects and turn those 4 bottles into like 16 different looks. So I do like that about the addition of the creative play, and I like that it's a traditional lacquer. I think we got so used to the long wear, extended wear lacquers, you know, the no base bond to your natural nail lacquers that really aren't as home use customer friendly. And when we talk about DIY, we need to make sure we're talking about the fact that we need to have clients who come to us sometimes that aren't our regular standing or regular rotation 2 and 3 week clients that are doing their nails at home, so that we can retail stuff to them, so that we can keep them from using the stuff that's crap. So just like when you go to your hairstylist to get a hair color and she has a great color on you, but then she says, if you want to keep this $150 color you just had done looking like it's supposed to, you need to use this shampoo and conditioner. And so you buy it because, and in some cases, even as a professional, like if it's a product that's Kerastase, I can't even get it wholesale. I have to buy it through a Kerastase person. And so that, I had to have a friend like in another country where the Kerastase stuff, the Soleil line that I really liked, they still had it, and have them find me some and send it to me because they discontinued it around my area. I don't know if they have it elsewhere in the US, but I know that our biggest Kerastase place here doesn't anymore. It's the one in the red bottle. So I don't know, like we need to be maybe thinking ahead. So on that note, about home care, talking about this spray polish stuff. So I will put the link below on my Facebook page or on the Nails Over Coffee Facebook page. On my personal Facebook page, it's already up there because Liz tagged me in it. Today, Nails Magazine did a Periscope trial of the China Glaze spray-on polish system. And I watched the whole thing, and like all the other ones, it uses a base coat, and then you spray the color on, and it's a limited color option. There's only 4 colors. They're pretty, but there's only 4. And then a top coat that you put on at the end, and then you wash your hands, and it takes everything off your skin. I do have to say that I'm going to be interested to see how China Glaze does this distribution channel wise, because this is something that I would retail to my nail clients for them to do their toenails at home. For them to do on their kids and their kids' toenails. Like this is something that I would retail to my clients if the price point was right. But I'm not going to retail it to them if they can go buy it at CVS or Walgreens or whatever. So I'm interested to see what the distribution channels are planned wise for China Glaze with this. But looking at it, was it perfect? No. And the finished product was not even around the cuticles. It did pool a little bit. The colors were pretty, but I don't think anything I would use in the salon, although somebody brought up that it would be fabulous for using for nail art for some ombre effect. That is a cool idea. And the colors are really pretty. So being able to put down a base color of another polish and spray ombre over the nails and then seal it all in with top coat, that's using a nail product as a professional in a way that somebody wouldn't use it at home. And so that could be kind of cool. But it really did wash off the skin exactly like it was supposed to. Like when she went to the sink, before she even got the soap on her hands, when the water hit her hands, it started to wash the color off. So in that case, it's not the same, just a spray paint or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. And, you know, when we're talking about retailing and we're talking about clients that, you know, on the note of, and I'll put the Periscope link in the Facebook comments below, but remember it was 3 hours ago and it's only gonna be on Periscope for 24 hours. So make sure that you watch it before it expires because I don't know where you'll be able to find it after that. So I don't know. I mean, on the note of retailing and all that kind of stuff, I mean, depending on the distribution channels, you know, can you imagine you've got a client who they go to maybe a non-standard salon for their pedicures because they don't feel like spending the money on their toes and, you know, and they can't really polish very well or reach very well. And they come to you for their nails, but you know they're going elsewhere for their toes. Or maybe you're super busy, so you can't get people in for toes or, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe this spray-on stuff, a good angle would be to retail it to your clients who are either your incredibly irregular pedicure clients or they're not your pedicure clients at all, but you know they wear color on their toes. Because I can tell you, I sell a kit from Get Fresh that has 3 tubs in it and a pumice stone. And it's $25 retail. And it has everything they need to do kind of a on the edge of your tub home pedicure, a really good one. And it will last for a year if you're just doing a pedicure once a month on yourself even, you know? Heck, even if you're doing it twice or more, it might last for a year. It's pretty good sized tubs of product. And so if I could retail somebody that and 1 or 2 of these spray colors for, you know, $20 or whatever a bottle, like if I could sell them the whole setup for like $50. So in 2 pedicures on themselves, they've spent the same amount on what they would have spent at a discount salon. So now they're even. And so for the next 10 months, we don't have to worry about what they're getting used on their toes. They don't have to worry about how the foot baths are cleaned or any of that kind of stuff. They can do it on whatever schedule they want. And they can sit on the edge of their tub. They can do all the scrubbing and everything on their feet and everything. They can take a shower and, you know, get their feet all nice and cleaned up and everything. And then when they get out, they can basically dry their feet off really well, finish getting dressed and stuff, and put their foot on a paper towel and put down some base coat real quick, a couple sprays of coats of this, let it dry for a second, put the top coat on, and they're done. I can see that as having a real selling point for people. So while as professionals, we're kind of like, I don't know that I'm going to use a spray-on thing. You have to kind of think outside the box when it comes to that kind of stuff. And just remember what I say in my intro to retailing video on the University of Nails. They're going to buy it somewhere. They might as well buy it from you. So just something to think about on that note. What do you guys think? Well, I'm pulling up my other videos I have in here. What do you guys think? Hello, still there? Or I just get off on enough of a tangent that you guys are busy listening and not typing. Okay, well, while you guys are typing, I'm going to show off. These are nails done by our island girl, Tanya Sisson, the CND Education Ambassador. I thought this was really cute picture, so I wanted to share it. This is Future Fuchsia Shellac, Cream Puff Vinylux, Twinkle Pink Additives, and it looks like she hashtag MoU London, so she must have been using a MoU plate. But look how pretty these are. Good job, Tanya. But see, that's the kind of stuff that we can offer to our clients that they can't do at home. You know, they can't do that kind of stuff, but look at that stamping. I really like that. Super pretty. Super pretty. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if you guys are talking to me, but I can't see you. Can somebody give me a thumbs up, something? Hearts? I haven't seen any hearts even in a while. So let me know you're still there, or if we need to be in 2 parts again. Hello. Well, it's 2:21. I think I'm going to share one more thing since I obviously can't see you guys. And I don't know if you guys can see me. But I'm going to share one more thing and then we'll just call it quits for today. This I'm going to share also. Okay, I just got a messenger. You're typing in, but you guys, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Well, thank you for that message. So as long as you guys can still hear me though. So, yeah, comments aren't posting, of course, new platform. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to show you this thing and then I'm going to wrap it up for today and we will come back tomorrow. I'm going to see if there's an update for Periscope somewhere I need. But this is really interesting. This posted, if you're having curing problems, make sure that you are talking to your clients about where their hand is placed in the lamp. This on the top is right. Bottom, not so much. So make sure that I'm going to post that link also in the comment section below on the Facebook. And we will thank you guys for sending me the messenger messages to let me know that you guys aren't, that you guys are typing. I just can't see it. So I'll go ahead and beat feet out of here for today. I'm going to go do some errand running and stuff anyway. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I can't see your hearts and everything because I know it's not working, but I know they're there. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, lovelies.